Am I the jerk for letting my cheating boyfriend and his best friends expose themselves at my birthday? This happened about 4 years ago with my ex. We dated for 2 years and lived together during the pandemic. From the beginning, he often talked about his two longtime best friends, sisters, whom he'd known since they were teenagers. He always said one was his best friend and the other is his second. Because of the pandemic, I heard about them long before I met them, and when I finally did, I genuinely liked both of them and thought they were nice. I had no issue with their friendship. Later, I found out my ex was cheating on me repeatedly. To convince me he'd changed, he offered to give me full access to all his social media accounts. While going through old conversations, I discovered he'd been obsessed with one sister for years. Even while we were together, he constantly sent her sexual compliments, reacted to her stories, and flirted. She never reciprocated, but it was still completely disrespectful. After I confronted him, he suddenly started claiming she was actually his real best friend. After we broke up and later got back together, her behavior toward him changed. At his birthday, she was overly familiar, calling him baby, pulling him aside, following him into rooms. My friends noticed. My ex said I was overthinking. She even started commenting on his pictures about how handsome he was and how strong he looked. All of this in a public way, never on DMs. At that point, I decided I needed proof, so my birthday party became a deliberate setup to confirm whether this behavior was intentional or just in my head. I planned a party with a strict guest limit. I told my ex I was not comfortable inviting this girl. As a compromise, I invited the other sister and her boyfriend and clearly asked for confirmation weeks in advance, explaining that if they didn't confirm, I'd invite someone else. The other sister never replied. I told my ex in advance that if she showed up last minute with the sister in question, it would prove they were doing this on purpose. I also told him that if that happened, he would have to tell them they couldn't come. A few hours before the party, the other sister finally messaged saying she was coming, and added she'd be bringing the sister in question because her boyfriend was busy. Exactly as predicted. My ex told them they couldn't come due to no confirmation and guest limits. The other sister then admitted they knew I didn't like the sister in question and came specifically because of that. They insulted me and made it clear it was deliberate. For once, my ex realized I wasn't imagining things and cut them off. They later tried to stir more drama, but even their own dad apologized. We broke up for good 2 years later. He's no longer friend with them. Everyone now knows how much of a liar and cheater he was and confirm his friends were also really toxic within their friend group too.